Oh no. I feel a musical coming along.
This is the CodeO-cast, filling your day with stories.
But mostly memes though. And chaos.
Memes that you won't believe.
Not sponsored by Cheetos.
Hopefully we will be sponsored by the Cheetos. Here to entertain. It's the CodeO-cast.
This is fun.
Just say your name.
And
once we get around to it.
I'm not gonna get us
It
demonetized.
looks just like
Yeah.
a game stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Well, I'm gonna
smells
just do a
like
clap
it
real
when
quick
you-
to sync. Thank you.
Yeah.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the
You
CodeO-cast.
never know until you try.
This is Omar speaking, and I am here today with.
Codes.
Dmitri.
Carlos.
And you're and you're probably wondering why it's seeming way more colorful than just blue and black than usual. So today we have a very special birthday of 2 squared, 4 years old.
2 squared.
Yeah. Well. Well, it's a giant 2, the smaller 2, if you were to see. But today,
No, guys, I'm 2 years old.
He's 4. It's 2 squared.
Yeah.
it's 2 squared. So as of today's recording, today is January 28th, and it is currently Cody's birthday.
Yeah.
Woo! You survived. You survived.
Scream in the mic for the editor. Woo!
This long. How? I have no idea. But we are sponsored by Bye. You never know until you try.
No.
Said that joke already.
Yeah, you did.
I know. I
And
just want
so-
to annoy him with it.
He will.
I want to make this harder for him.
And so, since it's his birthday, I really wanted to just dig into that and just talk about some memorable birthday memories, whether they be bad or good. And so, I just wanted to start with the birthday boy. Besides this birthday right now, what is another memorable
What
birthday
else
that
is-
you had?
what-
It could turn about the gifts, the party, or someone stuffing your face inside the cake.
Yeah. Besides this birthday, what else was your worst birthday?
No, dude. Okay, so, I remember this very, very clearly. On my birthday, I had like 5 different tests I had to do that day that I did not study for. I didn't give a crap about it, to be honest. But on that day, it's like, not only do I have to come to school on my birthday, I have to take 5 tests all in a row. No breaks, no nothing. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Dude, I just wanted out of there. So as soon as I took those tests, I'm like, bye, screw y'all, I'm coming to Stripes. I literally jumped the fence, walked my ass over to Stripes, got some food, came back, and just stayed in the band room the entire day.
My gosh, how old were you when?
This was in high school, dude.
Yeah, how old were you turning?
That was maybe junior year, so 17.
17. Nice.
It sucked.
Terrible. Dimitri, how about you? Any memorable birthdays?
Yeah. So I grew up in a super Mexican household,
Mhm.
and when I had to be like 5 or 6, my grandpa bought me a goat.
A goat?
Yeah, it was pretty great. So had a little bell around its neck. It was really great. I got super excited. Was telling everyone. Everyone came outside. They were pretty happy. I ran inside to get a little hat for it.
That's amazing.
I came back outside and it was upside down with its throat being slit because that
Oh
was
my god!
that was the meal for my birthday dinner. So that was good. That's one. I actually got some bad luck with birthdays, man. I'd say that's probably the most memorable.
I need to take a shot for that one. God damn.
Yeah.
But I don't have any alcohol. 10 out of 10. Because we're a good Christian.
Well, now I gotta
church.
think of
Hi!
Okay, hold
I
on.
got hit by a car.
I can go with another one, man, you know?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a little bit of time.
All right. I think this is actually the next year.
They
They
resummoned the goat from the dead.
they brought
It was
they
literally
brought
Goat Simulator.
His kid, and then, they made it happen again. It was really,
It's the coming of age.
Yep.
Check out the channel for Goat Simulator content. What?
there was another birthday. Had to be like the year or so afterwards. 'Cause maybe I was like 10. And all my cousins were climbing a tree outside, a really tall tree, and they had carved all of the branches off the tree, and climbing up, and I actually fell off the tree, and my pants got caught right on my crotch on the like last tree. So I'm falling down. It grabs a hold. I'm held upside down. Didn't fall, hit my head. I was perfectly fine, but I couldn't pull myself up because of the angle that I was pulled at. So I'm like crying, and my family's coming out. My cousins are laughing at me, and my mom's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm stuck. Like I can't do it, Mom. I'm stuck." And she just looks at me. She's like, "Well, you know what you have to do." And I had to take my pants off in front of everyone at my birthday so I could get out of the tree.
Mother Nature pants to you.
Yeah, man, it was pretty bad.
That
Yeah.
sounds like some cartoon shit or some sitcom comedy stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty stinking awful. Yeah, these are bad.
Jeez.
God, dude.
Happy birthday, man.
Birthday. You got a good one this year.
We'll see.
Say good one, Carlos.
Happy birthday. We got a goat.
Yeah, now where's my knife?
Open the door.
You get to kill it this time.
Heck yeah, where's my knife?
Oh.
Okay, let's see. I think I thought of one.
Blood for the blood god.
In high school, I had a group of friends that we did a lot of drugs and alcohol together, and it was pretty
Nice.
great. And for my birthday, we wanted to do a really extravagant like kind of thing. So they bought they got their older brothers. So we were like 18. So they got their older brothers to buy us like a bunch of alcohol, and they went out and you don't have an age limit to buy drugs. So we went out and got a bunch of weed and stuff like that, and so we just absolutely went berserk like all day, just kind of going stuff left and right, just shots, smoking, whatever. And it was funny because they had a gift for me. They're like, "Oh yeah, guess what? We got you something at GameStop." I was like, "Oh really?" He was like, "Yeah, but we need to go get it." I was like, "Cool. How are we gonna get there?" They're like, "We'll just drive." I was like, "Are you okay to drive?" He was like, "No." So we started driving to this GameStop. That's about 20 minutes away. And by the grace of God, I was blacking out and reappearing. It was like I was time traveling. And I was just, all of a sudden I was in town, and then I was just seeing lights, and then we were in a field, and I think we took a wrong turn a few times, but we eventually got to the GameStop, and these guys walk in. They're like, "Hey, we had this order and all that stuff." And they were like, "Oh yeah, let me get it out for you." And so I'm just chilling there, and I'm just like, don't even know what's going on. And then the worker comes out and just hands me a PS4. I was like, "No." And they're like, "Yeah, man, we know that you're going to be moving soon, and so we wanted to get you this so we can play online whenever you leave." And
That's
so we can all
awesome.
spend. And I was like bawling. I was like, "Guys, I'm high right now." I appeared in this GameStop. I forgot why we came here. And I just had this PS4 in my hand. And I was like, "This," and it was a Darth Vader edition. So I was like, "This is the."
that's sick.
I
That
know.
is awesome.
I still have it upstairs. It's been 6 years, I think, and it's still there.
That's
That's
amazing.
great.
Yeah, so that was memorable, even though most of my memory was missing from that.
But did you keep playing with them after that?
No.
Oh. The birthday was good.
Shout out to the boys if y'all see this. My bad.
Some really good friends that he promptly abandoned.
We're not gonna talk about
Ooh,
that.
man. Oh, man.
I didn't expect that to come out.
Jeez.
I thought that was funny when you're like, okay, so we were high. Anyways, I just started driving.
I didn't drive. I still didn't. I still don't have a license. But I didn't have a license then, and so we just had one of our friends drive us. But he was a professional at driving while inebriated. I was actually quite impressed.
Oh.
I don't know. He was drunk and high, and he was able to do it. And I was just like, I commend you.
Just gotta hug the guardrails. A little bit of grinding, and it'll get you there.
Also, when there's no traffic in a small hometown.
Oh man,
Just swerving on all the lanes.
that's so intense, man.
No one to stop you.
For real though. I think we hit a school. Oh, man.
I think
Yeah,
Just-
I remember why I moved.
Just
They
looks
were
like
after
a
me.
line of children in the way.
20 points
20 points for each kid.
for each kid.
For each kid.
Good times.
New high schooler.
I think it was not last year. It was the year before that. I had a pretty good birthday because I went. So I don't live in my parents' home anymore. I'm living with roommates, and I went home for the weekend to spend a birthday with my mom, and they hadn't done this in a long time. But she and a couple other family members band together to get those like water slides, the inflatable ones, but the big ones. And it was just me and 3 other cousins just on that thing. It was the best because I've never, as a kid. Every time you go to those parties, you always have to deal with the little kids. You have to deal with the older kids,
Yeah.
not letting you get on. This is the first time that this one was mine. So it was just so chill that I got to, if I didn't want to go down slide, I could just be at the little kiddie pool part, and if I wanted to slide down with it, it got even better because the very next day it was a full-on pool party at a friend's house, and it was like a whole weekend just worth of birthday cakes, my favorite chicken place,
That sounds great.
a water slide. It was just good. That was a memorable birthday for a very good reason. But yeah,
I like chicken.
That's good, man. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Nice to know one of us
had a good one.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think of a good birthday now.
My good birthday, that for some reason it's my favorite birthday. It's just so simple. My mom bought me Mortal Kombat on the Xbox 360 back when Xbox 360 was lit, and she got me Mexican food from like this Mexican place that was the only place in Arkansas that you can get food from. And she got me a pie, and my friends came over. We had Mexican food, pie, and we played Mortal Kombat, and that was like
It's awesome.
the best birthday I can think of. It was great, simple, nice, elegant.
What's the best birthday?
That's pretty cool. I feel like, what was it, like the year before last year, the surprise party at Grind?
yes.
Shout out Grind Coffee Company. Yeah, was I dating Perla at that time? I can't even remember.
No, I don't think you were.
I don't think we were, because she organized it. That was good, just because everyone was there. I had another one. It was like the worst surprise birthday party I've ever been to.
Oh no.
They sent me with a guy to go pick up the pizzas, and it's like, well, how are we? Like, hey, so it's my surprise party. It's like, well, man, I'm so glad you figured that out. 'Cause I didn't know how I was going to tell you how I was picking up 12 pizzas accidentally when it was just supposed to be a few of us hanging out. So that worked out. That was fun. Surprise parties are good.
I feel like it's really hard to pull off surprise parties these days.
Yeah.
You got to do it like the day before or the very late night or the next day. You can't just pull it off the day of.
Yeah.
I'm getting PTSD from the great birthday party year of 2018 when our campus ministry was a lot fuller. We had like Abby and Marcus and all of them. They were like the party planners, and I remember that whole year. They had a goal to give every single person a surprise party, but we burned out by March because everyone had a birthday party in March.
Oh my God.
There was like easily 6 birthdays in March alone.
Dang.
And we made separate group me's. We went and we split the money. We organized buying it and setting up. And we were burned out by the 3rd month.
And that's because that was back when almost no one had a job.
Dude,
it was a select few that had jobs.
Dude, yeah, we were like
dead.
What?
It was
Yeah,
hard.
No, back then, our group was huge, but almost no one worked. And barely anyone had licenses, much less.
Oh
We
God.
figured it out though somehow,
Oh my
man.
God.
But yeah, we stopped at like March, like around May-ish when
Yeah.
the semester ended.
Uh-huh.
We were like, all right, guys, it's over. It was
Man.
too much.
Oof.
It's tense. Birthdayed out for sure.
I feel
Oh, I
like
think I remember.
my birthdays were pretty different because we would do the same thing when I was in high school in band. We would get together like amongst a little section of trumpets and just make this little like birthday parties for ourselves. Stay after school for a little while and have some cake or whatever. But mine was in the summer, so and it's even in a month where we don't have practice or whatever. So it was always with family. So when I came to college, it was my first time having birthdays with actual friends that I made in school. So it made it all the more special. Which is why I mentioned the one that was so recent. Before that, it was just like, I love my cousins, but it's something different when you have friends that you made yourselves in school over to a birthday party and they're appreciating you.
That is true.
That is true. I just remember my best birthday
Ooh,
party.
let's hear it.
What was it?
So funny thing is, this one also took place in school. So on that day, we got this huge party for doing so well on like tests and stuff, and I was like, holy crap, this is awesome, because we had like an inflatable slide with a pool, because our school was like almost square shaped, and it had like a little courtyard in the middle, and then over to like off the school we had like a little playground area, connected to the school. So over there they had these 2 huge slides. They were just regular slides. They didn't have any pool thing. We had a pool area on the inside of the school because we had this large like tube thing where you could slide, and there's like a little fountain, like arches. And so it was really awesome because I got to do like that gravity harness or like that harness thing. Got to go down both huge slides. Had fun with a lot of my close friends back then who were kind of like brothers to me. And the funny thing was too, one of them acted as my freaking wingman, dude. I'm not even kidding. So I had a crush on this girl at the time, right? And I'm just looking for my friends. I'm like, where did everybody go? And then I see one of them talking to her. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then she comes over to me, grabs my hand, and takes me to the pool side, and we just go jump, like we flip, hands locked, and then we just go down and slide together.
Hands
It
locked.
was freaking
That's
awesome,
so-
dude.
That is that's some
It was
emotional
freaking
connection, man.
awesome.
It's a music video moment.
Yeah, it's getting a little hot in here, man. I don't know how I handle that.
Also, funny thing was that was my first time doing a front flip off a slide.
Front flip.
That was
off a slide.
Noise.
Yeah, because like since it's an inflatable slide, you just like do a little front flip and
An
then slide
achievement
down.
unlocked just came out of the corner of his life.
Not being a loser for a whole year.
Dude, that was like the best. I had so much fun. I got to eat a crap ton of pizza.
And it happened
My
to be
parents brought
on
me
your
a-
birthday?
It happened to be on my birthday. That was the funniest thing ever. And the best thing ever. It just happened to be on my birthday that we had all of that stuff outside.
Nice.
Because the school paid for it all just to reward us for getting good grades and shit. So I
When
had
you
pizza
actually
from the
try.
school. I had pizza from the school because we had a little pizza party afterwards. And then one of my friends actually got me a cake too. So his mom walks in with a visitor's pass and was like, this cake is for you. I'm like, yeah. Like, you just see little 8-year-old Cody's eyes light up like, hell yeah. Give it. It was the best, dude.
Man, we had different school experiences. Let me tell you, for our award, instead of a party, they had the police come in and fingerprint everybody. So
Why though?
shit.
really bad side of town, and I guess they wanted to get ahead of the fingerprints for crimes. But parties,
Just in case.
just in case.
Which one of you overachieved? Gonna hack the system this year.
No, also that day was the last time they ever did anything even close to that. After that, it was just like, oh yeah, you did great. Here's a participation award.
It's all downhill from there.
You
Here's a little
tried.
medal.
You tried.
That
We
you're
didn't
not
even
gonna use
get
ever
medals.
again.
It's just like, hi, thank you. You tried. Next. That's it. So I ended up my best thing in school was was like the best birthday party I've had in school.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's funny that you mentioned school. That's also a good transition to what I wanted to go into next. So we've talked about birthdays. There's a lot of stuff that can happen on birthdays. Your goat getting killed, Mother Nature pants you, you have a good time. You're high and booked, you get a PS4. You slide down the crush.
What?
You slide down with your crush. I said that wrong. You slide down with your crush.
Yeah, I slid
Good
down.
Why?
We're just gonna leave that Y up there for the setup this entire time now.
Just
like
why?
You slide down. the
But
cr-
something I wanted to ask you is like that we've had our now that I see we've talked about a lot of embarrassing moments and birthdays. What are some like awkward moments you've had during school?
Oh God, I'm thinking of all the times with my crushes.
Oh yeah, me too. Oh, I know my an awkward moment I had. So.
Oh, you have an awkward moment. Nice.
Yeah, this was like freshman year. Yeah, freshman year, and I got this gift for this one chick I had a crush on. So I gave it to her. She was really nice about it. Later on, like I think 2 days after, because I got her this stuff on Valentine's Day. So 2 days after, I found out she was already taken. I was like, oh shit, I'm out.
She's dumb.
What?
She's not.
Nah, because she was dating one of my friends too.
Oh.
I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Juan, you never saw shit. Stay with me.
Would have tried even harder.
Oh.
Gotta show him up one way or another.
Hey, man, just because they're a goalie doesn't mean you can't take a shot. That's horrible advice. Don't.
Don't listen to us. We're awful.
You have any awkward school moments?
Yeah, and it's funny because I remember there was this one girl I really liked. I think it was sophomore year, and I was really awkward around her because I was like just head over heels, and I was just thinking to myself like I'm gonna do whatever I can to get with her, all this stuff. And then I remember one day she passes me a note in geometry class. And she was
It always
like,
happens in geometry, huh?
dude, for some reason, I don't know. We were learning about triangles. And I opened the
I
note.
love triangle.
Ooh. And she's like, hey, I don't know if you've ever had your first kiss, but if you haven't, can I be your first kiss so it could be special? And I was like, and then I didn't write back. And I walked out immediately after class and did.
Why?
Because I was so like,
You had the
a big
opportunity.
part of my mind was this isn't real, but at the same time I know she wouldn't like just play around like that, but just a big part of my mind was just like, nah, just get out of there, evacuate. I don't know why. My brain
Yeah,
self-destructed. And
You
I
don't
was,
know
You
why?
literally had the one opportunity.
Why?
You literally had the one opportunity that every one of us have wanted to had
And I was,
since we had a crush.
yeah, I think back even nowadays and I get pretty mad. I'm
Bro,
just,
bro,
I'm just
what?
at work and I'm like, stupid.
Weren't you homeschooled? I thought this.
Sweet home.
It's really awkward, but I feel at home now.
That's
Wow.
cool, man. Yeah, that stinks. Taking advantage of that one,
That's
man.
great.
I still
What
regret
grade?
it.
What grade did you say?
Sophomore year.
That's an awkward year, though, right? I mean,
Hormones.
sophomore, freshman, hormones, deep,
Seventh
deep
grade.
depression. I mean, you got it all.
Oh, I thought it was.
What about you, Omar?
I tried to like really think about it, but now that you all started talking about like Valentine's Day and all that, the one that did click. So freshman year, I had this crush on a girl that she played saxophone. She was super nice, super cute. I was really debating what to give her. I didn't have a job, and my parents didn't really have any money, so
Neither
I
did
didn't know
I.
what to get or what to do. And I could have wrote like a letter or a note, but I didn't really have any nice paper, and my handwriting was just atrocious, and to this day it still is.
Yep.
Same.
So I was like, there's got to be a stuffed animal around here that I could give her. So I picked out one. I washed it. I just made sure it was good, that there was nothing wrong with it anymore. I was actually super lucky that this was one of the stuffed animals that we still kept since I was a kid. And it was just
Aw.
a black bear, a small black bear that does the natural hugging pose.
Aw.
It was super nice looking. I give it to her, and she's like, "Oh, thank you so much." And that's where it ended. No, nothing really ever came out of that. Even though part of me knew that nothing would really come out of that interaction. I just wanted to give it to her, and hopefully something would come out of that. But it never did. Cut to now, where it's like she ended up. I think she changed her sexual orientation, so she's not more. she looks towards girls, but I'm like, all right, well, at least I know nothing could have ever happened, even if I tried.
Yeah, something happened. I mean,
Something happened, but I don't think I had anything to do with
Yeah, I
it.
don't know. That's the hope, right?
I would like to
Teams.
believe.
Gives you a bear. Okay, time to switch sides. But why though?
Bravo 6 going dark. Why? That's hilarious.
What about yourself?
Why?
What?
Beep.
Yeah, this is what we were missing in the bike.
Letters.
Oh, no. And we were all here like,
this
bro,
mic,
Matt's gonna
right?
bring some like super intense knowledge. Like, he's gonna.
We're talking about birthdays, bro. What do you want me to bring, man?
Jeez.
I
Oh,
love
man.
this guy.
First birthday ever.
What?
Tell us about the first birthday ever.
Dude, I was born.
I cried like a bitch.
Dude,
Hey.
someone slapped me. I don't know why.
He may have gotten the ghost story, but he's also making money right now.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you want to talk about that?
Sure, yeah. Tell us.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I mean, recently what's been going on is has been interesting with the stock market. So I know that, of course, you know, with this podcast, from what they tell me, y'all constantly talk about the stock market, giving people, you know, advice on what to buy. Are you checking with the?
No, my professor emailed me, so
It's good.
School
It's,
comes first.
educational stuff.
I graduated already.
Don't.
No, but so there's this whole thing going on with hedge funds, and basically hedge funds are a lot of rich people that bet against low-cost stocks, and that companies will fail. And a group of people on Reddit decided to basically bet against them. So they're sticking it to the upper class and betting against them. They're going to be forced to put in more money tomorrow to recoup their losses. That's going to make certain stocks go way up. That's what's going on with GameStop right now. But yeah, of course, there are a lot of regulations coming up now. But they're starting to do a cryptocurrency. So I got lucky enough to jump in on the ground floor with crypto. I've been following Doge, which of course is a meme.
That we will place
a
here.
meme stonk, yeah, right. It's on
Here, here, and here.
So lucky, I mean, today I basically got like $5,000,
That
and
is
it's gonna
awesome.
grow. So hoping for it to go to $1. If it goes to $1, then a lot of people are gonna make a lot of money. I'll get like 150 grand. But who knows if it's even going to get there, right? So if it drops back down, I'm going to re-empt. I'm waiting until it gets to $1.
It's literally the highest it's ever been. It's at 4 cents.
Yeah.
This is literally like double the highest it's
Yeah.
ever been, actually. I don't doubt it could get to $1.
Yeah, it's great, and people are really pushing it. Apparently, it just got Elon Musk attention.
Oh wow.
He's probably had his attention. 'Cause
Yes.
He tweeted about it 11 days ago. So that all mixed together, and everyone's just pumping, and it's exciting. Ooh, excuse me. So
It's kind of scary, though, because a lot of people are really talking about how all these billionaires and stuff do the same thing these Redditors, in a sense, did, but just on a much larger scale. And now the little guys are doing it. The rich people are losing money, and it's like now they want to change the whole system, and they want to, like, switch things around, and it's really kind of like, like, what's going to come out of this? I wonder how people will react. Like, if the rich do, in a sense, change the system, I wonder if people on the internet will band together like they did for all these other weird things and actually try to change something. It's really curious because I think everybody's starting to realize once we all work together, we can actually change a lot of things. We did it for the Sonic movie, which I know is a weird reference.
That was awesome.
Yeah, but it's a thing. And so what if people start to actually take it seriously and like, you know what? Let's change Wall Street. Or even then, what if we want to change the government? Like, it's actually pretty exciting to think about how people want to take things further.
So I guess something going into further with that. So to all those viewers who don't know much about stocks, how would they go about starting a stock and like investing into stocks if they've heard about all these things going on, but how do they actually get involved?
Yeah, so the way I started was I literally picked a business that I did a little, not like crazy amounts of research, although it is better if you do that. But think of a business that you believe in, that you think will definitely grow. And not like I'm talking about grow in a week or in like 2 weeks. No, this is more often than not, if you're just starting, you're going to play the long game. But what I did was I chose a company, which at the time was medical marijuana, because medical marijuana is on the rise. Although because of COVID, it took a hit, so I kind of backed out. But at first, medical marijuana was on the rise, and it kind of made me a little bit of money at first, but it was looking to kind of be something huge. So right now, actually, I'm thinking about putting some money in there as it's kind of dipping down, because it'll definitely rise back up.
Oh, especially the Biden administration, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. And I think, so focus on a business that you believe in and do some research about it, and just, set yourself a goal. Like, okay, I want to invest $25 or $30. And pick a business and run with it and let it sit there. And it's funny because we were just talking about this today with Doge, because Doge is having some dips, and you were telling me about how everybody online are saying like, don't sell, like the dip's gonna happen, don't be scared of it, don't sell. And that's like real. Don't be scared of the dip, because you will lose money, but if the business is got at least a good kind of a route on the way up, dips are gonna happen, but it will rise back up. And so just pick a business, believe in it, invest a little bit of money, and just watch it. I mean, the best way you can learn is through messing up, through watching what happens and just watching it grow. And so take an active take an active part in watching the stock grow and kind of look for the patterns. At least that's what I did. And so far, Doge is killing it for me.
Yeah. No, I mean, to speak to that, there's a lot of different ways to do it, honestly. You kind of find your own style. I know my dad was super, super fearful in general of like the stock market. He's the kind of guy that we wanted to hold on to what he had. So, but he was able to go with I think it was a brokerage firm, and they were able to turn like 50 grand into close to 500 grand. And so that's all still locked up, and who knows what that's going to look like in years. But I just think that whenever people think about the stock market, you immediately think you're going to make. You hear the stories with a guy who turns to a millionaire overnight. Like those people, they start off with like $100,000 that they get from somewhere, or take a loan out. There's no way to start. I have a friend who took out $300,000 or $30,000 loans, and he lost it like almost immediately, and so he's paying that off. But it's different for everyone. So I think if you want to make a lot of money in it super fast, become extremely educated, make it your hobby. And if you want to learn to trial and error, take $10, throw it in. Don't use Robinhood. Please don't. It's such a bad brokerage firm. They'll lock it up. They'll stop you from making money. There's a 15-minute gap. Don't use Robinhood.
If you don't know what that is, we'll put a picture right here.
You're right. Yeah. Use Webull. Open a Fidelity account. But you got to find your own way to do it. So I mean, if you invest in a company and you wait a year, you'll probably make a few percentage income. The stock market goes with how the market in general is going. And of course, if a company is doing well, it'll grow over time. And that's what you want to do. So, but of course, there's quick ways to make money. You can jump onto an internet stock meme, Bitcoin, or not a Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and make a bunch of money.
Ethereum's getting big now.
They're all jumping.
I know, yeah, but Ethereum jumped like hardcore, and then they even have a second Ethereum one that's at like $7 now. Yeah, something like that. And started like $1. Now it's at like $7, and so that one's growing too. But I can't believe Dogecoin actually worked. I mean, you said like what's it called? Or we had both seen it like a year ago. It was at less than a penny.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's still less than a penny.
It's 4 pennies right now.
Yeah, so if you want to jump in, sorry, the decimals confuse me. If you want to jump in right now, guys, take $10, throw it into, download, even if it's Robinhood. Download Robinhood, take $10, throw it into Dogecoin, which is a cryptocurrency. If it hits $1, which right now it's worth 4 cents, your $10 will turn into $1,000. So, and it's just $10 that you'd lose if it goes down. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, Doge will drop super low. I mean, the worry is that it'll hit $1 and then go all the way down. There's a bunch of stuff. We can talk about that for days. We're starting our own podcast called "How to Turn $10,000 into $1,000," teaching you how to learn the hard lessons of the stock market. That'd be awful, right?
It's like
I don't know if I could make you gain money. I could definitely make you lose money, man.
If you want to play the long
successfully.
game, invest in that podcast.
Right? Yeah, but it's pretty fun.
That's funny because like now you guys are starting to see a big win in that, but what's like, I mean, you guys have had to fill in a good amount to get there, or like to start to see the patterns and like be hopeful of the predictions of it spiking up. Like, what's one big regret of a stock that you missed out on, or you really wish that you would have hopped on?
Oh, dude,
This is gonna be fun.
there was a stock that Angel showed me that he told me to go into, which I didn't, and I feel like an idiot for it. It went from $11 to $50 overnight. Jeez. And he was telling me, bro, go for it. And I was like, I don't know. I already have my stuff. I think I'm good. And then it just shot up almost 5 times the amount. And I was like, goodness. Like, I should have listened, which is something I feel like happens quite often.
Yeah.
So that definitely hurt for sure.
Yeah, man. Moderna
Moderna.
was $13, and I was gonna buy in, but I didn't. It's $164 now per share. I think that's one. There's a few. I mean, before this new Bitcoin rise, there's always, and it's kind of like the worst way to look at it. It's just in life in general. There's always opportunities. There's always going to be growth opportunities. But if you kind of focus on, well, what if my $5 turns into 10?
Wow.
It's a bad way to do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. He's looking at, I pulled up a picture of Moderna on my phone. It started off at 22. Now it's at 164. Of course, they're helping with the COVID vaccine. That's another thing. You want to look at your daily stuff that's happening. But yeah, no, I mean, there's a bunch. I think the worst thing that's ever happened to me is I'd finally broken the 1,500. And I started off with a couple $100, got over 1,500, super excited about it. And I emotionally jumped onto a breast cancer research company, and they were skyrocketing. My 1,400 turned into like over $2,000, but it got locked up because whenever stuff's happening like that, you can't just pull out. And by the time I could pull out, it was down to below $500. So I was smaller than when I started. And so I was like, dang, that sucked. So stuff like that. Yeah. No, you guys don't come here probably not for stock market stuff, but yeah, this was the worst.
Just like depression.
Just like life, man. Goodness.
Oh God. But I mean, it is good stuff to learn because I feel like school does not teach you about anything like this. I mean, school teaches you a lot about remember things.
Yeah,
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, but I don't know how to
Exactly.
do my taxes.
I've seen this meme where it's like a teacher goes up to the board and she puts like a times table of the multiple number 7, and she does all the multiples up to number 12. So that's 7 times 12, 7 times 11. She did the very first one incorrect. 7 times 1 is 9. And they did all the other 11 correctly. And the students started giggling. And the meme is, it's not really a meme. It's just more of a like post. And she says like, I like how y'all are laughing because this is how life's going to treat y'all. They're going to remember the one thing you did wrong and all the stuff you did bad.
Oh, that's
And
real.
I don't know if I'm right to say it, but I know that even in stocks, public opinion of a company can really affect, even in 1 hour, can either make it or break it, depending on how they market themselves to the public. Because people are just going to remember the one thing you did bad in terms of like sales, marketing stunt, or
that's
the way
with
you promoted
anything.
yourself.
Like the Grubhub meme.
What
Dude.
Stonks drop.
what Grubhub made?
Dude.
What is this?
That's
There was
crazy.
a
crazy time.
Grubhub made an advertisement. They did like this 3D animation of these really weird looking families where they did all these dances. They had music, and if you've seen the Grubhub meme, you know what I'm talking about. We'll post a picture here. But it was really gross because people started making memes out of it. They took the music out of the ad, and it was just them dancing, and it looked so creepy,
Yeah, I
and
gotta
it's
look
so
that up.
weird. And it went all over the internet, and now people are just like, bro, Grubhub ads are like just weird. Nobody wanted anything to do with them. People just started wrecking on Grubhub, and it was like, ugh, it was gross. And just a meme, just some internet people just absolutely ruined that company. It took like a couple days.
It's funny. You could blame it on the meme people, but it's kind of their fault for
Who
kinda
thought of
keeping
that?
out on it.
Who thought of that ad? That's
Oh,
my
you
question.
can't.
I think it's
Yeah, that's the most famous one.
God.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
But they take out the music. It's just that.
Oh, I've seen that one actually. Heck yeah!
Wow.
It looks so weird.
Yeah, I was unaware that was a thing.
Jesus Christ!
That guy with the perm thing that they make fun of him the most because he does the hips. And you put him everywhere.
I could just see people already like slowing down the footage, zooming in, just to like make it even creepier, putting
Yeah.
the sepia tone so it
Making
looks
them
all
crispy.
weird.
Yeah.
yeah,
Extra
yeah.
crispy, man.
There's a part in that ad where that same guy has a baby in like a high chair, and the baby's just sitting there just looking dead straight, and someone edited it to where the guy just keeps walking out of the house, and the title is like dad leaves his child alone and walks out on the family.
Oh no!
What the?
Oh no!
Dude, yeah, Grubhub
Oh,
got
no,
wrecked.
no, no.
That's rough, man.
Oh god.
Oh no.
I feel like whoever now you're saying who came up with the ad. I feel like that guy got fired, or I mean, whoever
Yeah.
came up with that ad is.
Man, it's such a hit or miss though, especially with like marketing and advertisements, because you try your best to appeal to people, but if you're not in the loop and if you're not connected to the demographic, then you're gonna make something really cheesy and corny. My voice cracked. Let's cut that out.
You're gonna make something really cheesy.
I can only fix so many things, you know.
This is why we need a.
Yeah.
This is why we need a marketing team for Dig.
I
Advertising.
studied marketing in college.
Is that the
Heck
name, is that the
yeah.
name of this podcast?
No, this
No.
is
This is
CodeO-cast, but
We're
we're affiliated.
affiliated with it though.
Nice. They pulled me off the street. I have no idea what's going on right now.
Oh,
He's-
crap. I thought you were just gonna go for it. Okay.
He's this week's special guest.
Right.
Heck yeah.
I don't know. I lost where I was at.
But you studied marketing in college.
Yes. I studied marketing in college and advertising, so I got
Our merch guy is right here, and our advertising guy.
Dude,
No.
I can make some shirts.
Heck
We do.
yeah, dude.
Now-
Sick shirts.
That is something that I remember you weren't here. We were in the upstairs room and we were just talking about it. We wanted to get more of a presence on social media, but it's one thing that I would not do is go back to Twitter. I mean,
Oh no, Twitter's a
don't-
fucking dumpster fire, dude.
I
There's
don't-
nothing you can do on there without getting canceled left and
hate
right.
Twitter.
I
only
hate
ever
it
had
so
a Twitter
much.
in high school because that's where they distributed all the info for the band leaders.
Ah.
And so I only had it just for that, so I can get the notice of all the stuff that I needed to know. Once I graduated, I got rid of it since I didn't want to keep it. I barely even knew how to post or do anything on it, much less once the past few years started developing and all this cancel culture started getting worse and worse. I was like, I'm out. This feels really toxic.
Dude, I tried to get into it in high school. I just couldn't. And then now it's still, like, my Twitter's still out there, but I don't use it at all.
You gotta get rid of it, man.
I just
you gotta get rid of
hate
it.
I probably am going to get rid of it, actually.
I would probably go back to Instagram since that's the one I had the most positive experience in. I have a Facebook just because, I mean,
Yeah.
everyone, all your family, if you're Mexican, all your family is on
Literally
on
everybody
Facebook.
has Facebook,
Yeah.
dude.
I got Facebook to keep up with the elderly people in my family.
Exactly, that's why, because everyone on Facebook is like, typically is 40 and older.
I got Facebook to keep up with my guitar group and with my football team. That's all I use it for now. And memes, that's it.
And memes.
Yes.
I wonder how different Instagram looks now. I haven't had it in like 2 years because I had it in my freshman year in college. And
Oh,
then I
dude,
got
they
rid of it.
copied TikTok. Now they have this thing called Reels.
Yo.
Where it's basically the same thing. Only
like
on Instagram.
minute form videos.
Yeah. Only it's on Instagram. That's the only thing.
Well, I mean, that means you can succeed there. I mean, you already got 14,000 on TikTok. You just
15
transfer your
15
14,000 to.
crazy.
What was it?
Yeah.
What was it now? Last time I checked, it was 15.4.
See, there you go. Just bring them over and just promote Dig.
Dude, That's what I do already. It's literally in my bio, the link to Dig and the link to the podcast. All of that is in my bio.
Yeah.
And anytime anybody wants to check out our YouTube channel, I'm always like, yeah, check it out. The link is literally right there. You just have to click on it. That's it. Like, I actually try to promote for our channel.
Can you guess? What? Can you guess? Welcome to Can You Guess? It's a podcast within a podcast. I am your host for this small subsection of the podcast. Are you guys ready for the game? I know I talked to you guys each individually beforehand. If I didn't, sorry. But
I'm the only one
information.
who's not in
You
on
guys
this.
ready?
Let's just roll with it.
You guys are all right. Everybody pull
So
out
we're
your
doing
phone.
this. Let's go.
Pull out your phone, guys.
Oh, God.
Well, of course, as we all know the rules of Can You Guess?
What?
We've been taken over, and that's okay.
Last
So,
time we tried to have Jesus take over, and they turned into that episode. It's up to
Okay.
date, actually.
So,
When this
with
is
Can
fun.
You Guess, I actually, as you guys know, talked to each of you before the podcast. And of course, you guys, please, you in the comments, I know you're so familiar with this normal part of our podcast. So I asked each of you guys beforehand for a piece of information that no one else at the table knows about yourself.
Oh.
And of course, with the game, the
hard.
point of the game is for each of them to guess who that piece of information is about. So, of course, you guys there watching at your screens, go ahead and vote as well with them as I share these pieces of information.
Interact in the
You're-
comment section
Yeah,
below.
you're gonna go in the comment section. You're gonna type out who you think each one of these pieces of information is
You're
about.
gonna
This
get
is
fucking
embarrassing.
roasted, dude.
Yeah, and so what
You're
you
gonna get
what
roasted.
you guys are gonna do? Go ahead and write out each of your names down on a little note on your phone, or if you can remember it mentally, that'll be good. And we're just gonna guess. We're gonna see who we think is each of these. And it's gonna be good. So I have them written down right
So
here.
we write each of our names.
Yeah, and then you're gonna fill in which one you think this gap is. So don't say yet. And we're gonna talk about.
I see the point.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about each of them. So I know I explained it to some of you guys before,
Dmitri.
but this basic info. So
Cody,
this is great.
and cards.
And please remember in the comment section, write down.
Including ourselves, right?
Yeah, including yourselves. It's
Okay.
you three. And write, post who you think each of this is. It's gonna be good to see each other. So 3 pieces of information. So, can you guess who at this table has never kissed a girl? Feel free to write that down. Of course, in the comments, please interact. Who do you think at this table has never kissed a girl? Discluding myself. So, saying that.
So it's only for us 3 then.
Yep.
Okay.
Imagine, I've never kissed a girl. Been married for a year. It's weird, guys.
It is I.
You're waiting for the second year.
Yeah, wait for the second year. Anniversary, big old smooch.
Heck yeah.
All right. Second guess here. Can you guess who at this table has never been in a fight?
What do you mean fight? Explain.
Never been in a fight. Never been in fisticuffs.
Mm.
Not like wrestling, not play wrestling, but in a situation where they had to fight someone. Whether it's for a stupid reason or a good reason, whatever it is. Awesome. And the last one, and I honestly can't believe this person shared this with me, but for the sake of the game, can you guess who at this table only has 1 testicle? Yep. So, again, please, guys, with Can You Guess, the fun of it is being able to look through the comments and be able to see what you think of your host. And so we're going to actually, I'm going to re-say the comments, and we're each going to point at the same time after I say 3, 2, 1 to who we think it is, okay? So, the first one, of course, was who can you guess who never kissed a girl? So on 1, we're going to point at who we think it is. 3, 2, 1.
Carlos.
Wow, they all voted for each other. Okay. I would ask why, but I feel like we're gonna throw hands. Okay. Actually, let's just ask it. Would anyone like to share why you guessed the way you guessed?
Well, I know he's
know-
kissed a girl. I've kissed a girl. The only process.
You just don't know.
I just thought that he would wait till like later on down the line.
Okay.
Like either when he finally dates somebody or when he gets married.
I've
So
dated
it's-
before.
Okay, yeah, he's dated. Okay, and so
Save it till marriage.
so waited you just didn't know, or you knew that you guys, and then why'd you pick Carlos? That's interesting.
He's never really talked about that to me before.
Interesting. Okay. Well, sweet. We'll pull up the stats here for who the guests were. Why? Okay. Next up.
Oh, sorry, don't reveal if it's correct or not. Okay.
I'm gonna share that right now.
When you
Okay.
ask the next question, let's just. There's 5 minutes left, so you might as well just restart.
Okay.
That way we can save all the good spots.
Yeah.
When the testicle part, we all raise our
No way! You!
I thought people.
We should do that! Just to mess with everybody, we just all raise our hands.
Oh my god, that would be so
Even the host does it.
The clap.
Yeah, go for it. There you go.
What? Right, guys. that way you can cut in, right? Okay.
Very believable.
Second thing, can you guess who at this table has never? Oh, wait, no, we already been in a fight.
No.
No, we
Has never been in a fight. Oh, unity at the table. What? Okay, well, first off, Omar, we know why. Why did you vote for yourself? It's because you know. But why did you vote for yourself?
Closest I ever got was just slapping a dude in the cafeteria line.
Yeah, that's real.
No, was it
If
was
I-
it front hand or back?
No, I went like this to the guy. He was
Yes.
annoying me.
If I was
And
gonna
I
guess
slapped him.
Omar, I'd say because he's the nicest guy. No, but why did you guys vote for him?
Because he doesn't seem like the type of person who would ever fight for literally anything. If anybody tried to pick a fight with him, he'd just probably either ignore him and walk away or just run for his life.
We've had many conversations, and I know very well Omar's never been in a fight
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. You guys know each other pretty well. Last one. Can you guess who at this table only has one testicle? And I know this was the surprising one for me.
I asked you guys to not talk about this, but
It's like, you too? Man, support group. That's what this podcast is all about. All right, so 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. All right, Omar, what's your reasoning?
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's offensive and intriguing.
You're an interesting man.
Right, thank you. Cody, why did you pick Carlos?
I don't know. I think out of all of us, he'd be the most likely.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why. I just think like.
he's like, "What's up, no balls?"
What? What? That's my thought, dude. Back up. All right, and you voted for yourself, which is an interesting turn of events.
I have one testicle.
Okay, well, I know we learned a lot of information just from there, but again, in the comments, please feel free to ask who you think has one testicle, never been in a fight, and of course, never kissed a girl. So just like I'm sure you guys are wanting to know the answers for each of these, are none. I just wanted to see what you guys think of each other. I had no information. It's going to be interesting to see what the comments say and how we all think of each other. But yeah, thank you for, can you guess? Thanks, guys. Give a round of applause for that. Good job, guys. Yeah. Yeah.
That was great.
All right, back to the normal podcast.
I have one testicle.
Jeez. You do make my job harder.
How does it feel to be 22?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 22, dude.
I didn't think I'd live this long. Heck yeah.
All right.
What did you think you'd make it?
Wait, what?
What?
What did you think your high score would have been if you didn't live this long?
Oh shit.
Past high school? Middle school?
Past birth?
Honestly, past birth was a freaking miracle.
Happy
Birthday
birthday
to you. Woo! Happy birthday to you.
It's copyrighted.
Happy birthday, dear Cody. Happy birthday to you.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Monetized because of happy birthday.
Yeah, because it's copyrighted.
Copyrighted. We'll sing it later.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to today's podcast. We got a taco piñata, we got to go break, and a cake to dig into.
Yeah.
But make sure to check out the other videos that we have on our channel, definitely on CodeO-cast and Dig. We have some great uploads happening. We have Brutal Legends, we have Death Stranding, some dating sims are coming up with Cody and Jesus in there. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And of course, tune into my channel. We're about to break 1 million, so please.
Nice!
subscribe
You were hiding
to
something.
that.
We knew it.
It'll be great, guys.
Knew it.
Yeah.
A million dislikes.
I'll just elaborate on that birth miracle story later. 'Cause that's an actual story I have.
You got
Oh
it.
man. Okay.
I'll do it in another podcast episode.
Yeah.
Check out the other videos. Make sure to subscribe to both channels, and we'll see you on the next episode of the CodeO-cast.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Alright, you can start. Alright. Go. Let's go time.
Oh no.
That's loud.
Yeah, that's a strong dog. Just beat it up. Just beat it up. Beat it up on the ground. Beat it up on the ground. Yeah. Move your big butt.
Stop resisting!
Alright.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. I'm not doing that.
Alright, you get through my birthday candy. And that's it.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
You should never give me a banana for myself. I was gonna do this one day.
Oh no.